You're listening to the Retirement Solution Podcast with John Hicks.
Helping you solve the retirement puzzle. Welcome to the Retirement Solution with John Hicks.
Here with John Hicks this week, I'm Jennifer Perry. If you have a question for us that you'd like us to address here on the podcast, reach out to us online at retirementsolutionradio.com. And John, we've been talking quite a bit here on this show about how 2020's changed a lot of plans for a lot of us, but I think it's made even really great savers kind of rethink what they've done for retirement. And we caught up with a few listeners to ask them, do they think they've done enough to make retirement work?
We try and save as much as we can, but, it's probably not enough considering what you need to retire. But, we are counting on the fact that we have the pension and annuity.
I'm not doing enough. I was not ever offered a pension, so I have to rely on my 401k.
Now, I'm wondering, do people ever feel like they have enough, though, John? Because I think a lot of people come in with doubts for the first time.
Yeah, I would say this, and one of the cool things, Jennifer, that we've been able to do over the years, we've been able to have some fairly cool celebrity, like musicians and entertainers on the show.
Michael McDonald is
Michael
one.
McDonald, REO Speedwagon, the guys from Foreigner, Peter Frampton. We've had some amazing people on the show, and what has amazed me with all of those people, they've all pretty much said a similar thing. Mm-hmm. You never feel like it's enough.
Yeah.
And the amazing thing is I've taken that and I've really given some thought to this, because what I have typically learned, and in doing this for almost 20 full years now, what I've learned, Jennifer, is the people that think that they're fine, that they're just in great shape, they're going to kill it, often those are the ones that are underprepared.
Huh. That's interesting.
It is amazing, and I hate to say it this way, and please don't take offense to anyone out there, but I'm serious. This is what I've typically found. It's the person that's very cavalier, because maybe in their circle, what they've saved is better than the other people they're aware of. Uh-huh. But they have not done the math, and they're not quite certain if it's going to work out. But they don't feel that way. For them, it's, I'm great. I got this. I got this down to go. But amazingly enough, the more that people have saved, the more that they don't have guaranteed pensions, the more that they know what it took to save that amount of money. So the more money people have, I have been amazed that every one of those folks, I can think of not one in the last 5 years that I've talked to that has saved a tremendous amount of money, that any of them feel that that's enough. Almost always what they've said is this: I've been able to work up until now. I've been able to pinch my pennies to a degree, and I know that I'll have some money coming in. Uh-huh. But even if, like, for example, in the example of Peter Frampton, who most people like, Peter Frampton, I mean, this guy, platinum artist, he was working, and he has been working until recently because he felt like he had to. And that same resonation is what I feel when people are like, man, I had to work my tush off to get this amount of money, and I just don't feel comfortable. So the question is, do you ever feel like you have enough money saved? Here's what I'd say. If you've done a great job and you understand your own abilities, most people do not think they've saved enough money.
Interesting.
The people that think they have, they may be overestimating their abilities or overestimating what the market's going to give them, or underestimating what the market can do to you if you don't have a proper plan.
Yeah, I think a lot of people probably figured that out the hard way over these last few months, John.
No kidding. No kidding.
I think the thing we always worry about, too, is, okay, even if I think I've saved enough to technically walk away from the job, does that mean I'm going to have to cut back in retirement? And there's a study by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau found that it's about half and half, those of us who think that maybe we're going to have to take a pay cut versus those who think, okay, I can make it on what I'm doing now. So I'd prefer to be among the half that doesn't have to settle for less. But how can we make sure that that's the case?
I tell you what, if you have a pension, you are well above the board there.
Good.
I'm serious.
Okay.
Like, if you have a pension and you understand that pension is solvent. Now, please understand, when I say solvent, there are many of us out there that may have pensions. My wife was one that had a pension with an airline when she worked in the airline industry that they went under. So instead of getting her promised, I think, $700 a month that she would have received from them, she gets like $7 a quarter.
Oh, wow.
I mean, maybe it's more than that. I have no idea. But it's
significant.
It's not even enough to pay the water bill every 2 or 3 months or whatever it is. So the thing of it is that you want to make sure they're solvent. But if you have a pension, guys, you are that much better off in this whole endeavor. If you look at what the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, they did a study that said roughly 49% of people that retired between 1992 and 2014, they were not able to keep up their level of spending.
Oh, wow.
So
Man.
nearly 50%, no matter what happened, no matter how their lives work out, of all the people that they polled there, they found out that basically 50% were not able to maintain their quality of life, which only leaves a maximum of 50 other percent.
Right.
So when you go further and you look into the study, I think that one of the things that really resonated to me the most was that if you had a pension, it found out that people that had pensions, 73% of those people were able to keep up their quality of life. That is a tremendous difference between 49% chance of making it and 73% chance of maintaining what you used to have. That is tremendous. So here's the question, Jennifer. What do you do if you don't have a pension?
Exactly, because most of us do not have one today, but we want that kind of security, man.
We all do. We all want that security. And that's why you have to, ladies and gentlemen, you have got to look past the mutual fund fix to your financial future. That sounds like a Ron Popeil Showtime rotisserie oven commercial, doesn't it? It's like late night TV.
Yep.
You need a financial fix to your mutual fund, whatever I just said. No, it sounds ridiculous. No, but that's what they've sold us. They sold us this bill of goods that the market always goes up and you'll be good if you just do what it says.
Just do 7% a year. You're fine.
Right.
Yeah,
and the
but how many
problem
times does
is
it happen?
it rarely gives us 7% a year. So the point is that you have to find out, do you need to look for a pension alternative, which means an alternative income source that just pays you every month no matter what? Do you need that? Some people want that. Okay. Yeah. Some people say, I want a pension alternative. If I was given the option for my company on taking my $400,000, or they would give me a check every single month for $2,300 a month, and that would last for as long as I live and my spouse. So that plus Social Security, I'm good. I would have rather have had that pension option. Mm-hmm. If you would have rather had that pension option, do you know that you can create that on your own? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can. You can create your own personal pension. Now, there's a few things you got to understand in this day and age. Right now, interest rates are about as low as they've ever been, and they might stay that way for a couple years. So if you're trying to lock in a pension payment, whether it's on your own or with your current company, you might be locking in the lowest potential monthly income streams you're ever going to see.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So if you can wait a little bit longer or get flexibility in how that income plan works, you can probably do better, in my guess, and this is a guess, in the next 3, 4, or 5 years. Okay. I don't want anyone locking in a bunch of fixed income investments at these current rates. They're terrible, guys. They're trash. It doesn't mean you don't need safety in your portfolio, and there are many things you can do to get a pension-style income. You can even get insured if you wanted to. You can even get it guaranteed, like a quality pension if you wanted to, but you're just going to want to make sure you're not locking in today's rates. You want the opportunity to grow, if at all you can, if rates rise, okay? So that's a big piece of the puzzle on that one. Now, the other side of that is if you don't want a guaranteed income stream, but you want a quality income stream. You just want to know your defined outcome, right? You want to say, I want 7% a year on this portion of my money. Believe it or not, you can do something very similar to that, where you can create your own safety net underneath your investments so that you do have some downside protection. But at the same time, you can define the outcome of income that you want. 6% a year, 7% a year. Now show me an annuity that's going to give you 6 or 7 or maybe even 8% of your income payment and not lock your money up forever. That's what these type of strategies offer. And often they're using structured notes or structured investments where we're getting quality financial institutions to create that safety net for us. But we get to define the outcome that we want. Both of those situations, based on this article, would offer a tremendous amount of not only support, but mental well-being in retirement. If you know that, I got this amount of my money, this guaranteed, can't lose a penny of it. I got Social Security here. I got this portion right here that I know the outcome. I've defined that outcome. I'm going to get my 5 or 6 or 7% spendable money a year. And then I got this part over here to go to the market. And hopefully we have some good safety nets on that too. But if it does what it's supposed to do long term, when you put it all together, guys, you're just going to be able to sleep at night. You're going to be able to have a good quality, diversified portfolio. But here's the big thing, guys. It's going to allow you to live the life you want and not the other way around, where we're living the lives that the mutual fund companies force us to live. I don't think that's the way anyone should live.
Have questions questions for John? Drop us an email at retirementsolutionradio.com.
Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if John Hicks is licensed in your state, please call 502-690-5635. J. Hagan Capital Inc. is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal advice. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through John Hicks, Kentucky Insurance License number 998827.